Hey guys, it is Duke, and welcome back to the episode of Afterlife SMP. This is episode number 23. And you're probably wondering why I was in Dragonfrost's house. Well, Defrost, I just needed a bed, and yours was the closest. So I picked it up and decided to use it. But how are you guys doing today? I am doing spectacular, actually. Doing really well, because as you can see, near the bottom of your screen, 32 levels, and I haven't died. Basically what I'm saying is, this is one of the first times I've been recording with over 30 levels, so I need to go and enchant now, because I know this is probably one of the only chances I have. You're probably noticing I have some enchanted bows. Actually, that one's kind of good. That one's good too. I need to combine those. That might be okay. I was over the skeleton spawner. I just decided, yo, it's time. It's time to get some enchantments going. So I was like, hey, I know I wanted to do it legitimately, I wanted to get all 30 levels, you know, whether they're fighting mobs or cooking stuff or breeding cows or something like that. But I decided, you know, I can't wait. I need some enchantments. I need some nice shovels, something like that. So we came ahead, got our 32 levels, and we're ready to start today's episode. So we're over here at the diamonds and emerald chest. 8 diamonds. Oh yeah, I want mining. Found 2 veins before, got some diamonds, really pleased with that, because, you know, without fortune, it is, you know, here's the bone chest, without fortune, it's actually kind of a pain when you see diamonds, because you can only get the 1 per ore. I could have had 24 diamonds, that would have been amazing, but we didn't nevertheless. So, I did have a couple diamond tools that we can enchant. I believe I have diamond boots as well. So we're gonna make a shovel. And while I'm just sort of doing this, guys, I'd like you to know today is going to be a little bit of a talky episode, just because I haven't done one of these in a while, and I feel like I'm not as good as a commentator as I was like a month ago, just because for a while there when I was doing Afterlife episodes every other day during the summer, most of my episodes were like talky episodes. I talked for 20 some odd minutes. Maybe there was a break or so in between there, but for the most part, oh, let's get my horse, by the way. For the most part, it was just one go, and sure, we didn't get as much stuff done, but I really got to just sort of understand my style of commentary, and I really did enjoy it. And I feel like, you know, those who did watch it really enjoyed it as well, and I have to say, I'd much rather watch an episode where the YouTuber was having more of a talky episode, you know, if they could do it well, in comparison to a building episode, because building episodes are great, but when it's a lot of just sort of cuts and then progress updates, that can get sort of kind of annoying and a little stale after a while. I mean, sure, I do those episodes, so it's I understand that those aren't great. But yeah, we're doing a talky episode today, so let's get on to what we have to talk about. So first things first, between episodes, I went ahead and that tree's new, this tree's new, this tree's new, this tree's new. Any trees on that side are new, and I love this, guys. It just, everything's more atmospheric through here now, and it's a long way off. You know, Logan and Dragonfrost and I still have to work on the park, so there's a lot more to be done. But I feel like getting the trees up really helped a lot, and it looks really good on the map. So, you know me and my map love that thing. So, I'm really pleased. Logan went ahead and put down some roads in the places that there weren't. So now we have 3 little access routes to the park road, and then there's also this loop that I had laid out. And you guys, just go check out Logan, because it takes a lot for somebody to do roads. Like, that is something I personally don't like, and I know a lot of people just sort of feel as if it's just too grindy and just not something people want to do. So, thank you, Logan, for doing that, and let's head on over to Jack's Chicken Shack. So, if you don't know, Jack is Dragonfrost, it's his name. Well, at least that's who built this. Yeah. So, this is really cool. 1 diamond per 9 stacks. So, I know some servers I played on, there's been free chicken, but on this, you got to pay for it. But that's actually an amazing deal. So I don't mind if I do. You know, just come on over here. 2 more diamonds. We'll put them on top so he knows it is a single payment that was done. And if we have enough spots, which I think we do, we can get 18 chicken. There we go. Alright, so there's 18 right there. Sweet. We'll be good on food for a while, which is a really good thing, because that's always an issue I have on the server, is I never have enough food. So now we do, and I am feeling great about that. Let's head on over to the Pickles and Cheese Village, because that's where we're going to enchant today. I just sort of feel like it would make sense to do our first enchantment there rather than down in the Skelly spawner, because this is sort of the area where we all started out, and you know, it just sort of feels like my first should be in that area. So let's just head on over here. And while we're headed on over, I'd just like to talk about something, guys. School for me has started up. I was one of the last people on Afterlife to actually start back up with school. It's just because the state that I live in decided that we'd start a little bit later than other people, which is totally cool, because I know a lot of like older people, like elderly people, who were telling me how early I was starting and how they used to not start until Labor Day and stuff, which would be great. But I'm almost kind of okay with starting now, because there are some parts of summer that I was just sort of ready to be done with. So I'm happy that's done now. And you know, school's gonna be a little bit rough this year. I've got physics and pre-calc, which as a junior, this is the first year they've offered a physics class to my junior grade, so that'll be oh, thank gosh that there's lapis here. I was like, oh man, we just totally walked over here without any. So I think we're gonna go for a pick, and if that's not, oh heck yes, fortune. Dang it, man! All we got was fortune 3. That's okay though. Because Fortune 3 is something that's always useful. Depth Strider 3, that could be good. Fortune 2 on a shovel, and it's not something that's important to me. And Fortune 2 on an axe. So I think, even though we really didn't check over what the other things were, I was just sort of happy to see a fortune, so I went with it. I rolled with it, and that's what we got. So, yeah. Back to the school topic. With school starting up, my Afterlife episodes and other videos that I will make will be sort of held off, and I'm not saying like I'm gonna totally stop them or anything, because I love Afterlife. I love it way too much not to put out episodes, but definitely a shortened amount. And I don't know why I closed that door, but there will not be anywhere near as many episodes of Afterlife or anything on my channel until I sort of get in the swing of things. And a lot of my recording time is gonna come from the weekend, just because, you know, with pre-calc and physics, I'm going to have lots and lots of homework. I actually have multiple pages of homework in both. It's like today was the 3rd day of school, and we're almost done with the chapter in physics already. But I guess it sort of makes sense, because, you know, the physics class I'm taking is quite advanced, as I'm one of the only juniors to have ever taken it at this point. At least at my school. I know there's other schools, so I'm not saying, you know, that aren't other juniors taking physics in other places, you know, in the United States or in the world. But for my school, this is the first time, so there's that. But it's going to be a lot of work, but I think I should be able to fight through it, and I'll be able to find time for Afterlife and such, because, oh hey Logan, there's lots of other classes that I'm really just. They're easy classes this year. Outside of those 2 classes, the majority of my classes are quite simple, and I'm really looking forward to them, because some of them, I have an architecture class, I have a couple drawing classes, I have a keyboarding class, so yes I do. So it's really just going to be a pretty nice year, because in years past, there's been classes I've just really not liked to take. The only issue this year is I don't have a history class, and I know a lot of people really are opposed to history class. Like, they just, you know, they know they need to learn history, but I know a lot of American students that are just sort of fed up and bored with it. But me personally, I just love history class. It's my favorite class. So not having a history class this year is it's a little disappointing. But you know, there's other classes, like I said, that I'm taking this year that I can be looking forward to. So that's really all that matters for me, because I just want people to enjoy this year a little bit more. Sophomore year was by far one of my worst years of school ever. And I'm not talking about my grades or anything like that. I'm just talking about just my overall state of happiness throughout the entire year was just a lot lower than it had been in years past. And I feel like with the classes I'm taking this year and the people I have in my classes, I shouldn't have to worry about that as much, which is a really good thing, because oh man, last year, wow, that was one of the glitchiest things I've seen. Don't know what that was. But why are we over here? Well, as you can see, there's some cobblestone laid on out, and this is kind of the reason I was hoping to get a nice shovel, because I could have started today, but I won't be able to do that today. So what I'm gonna do is just over this hill, right over here. So basically, all this area sort of throughout here, I'm gonna tear out and place sand, and it's going to turn into a giant beach. We're going to have basically what Jay and White did for Sandy Flats, just as a permanent beach. Might even try to put up a little bit of a real estate company sort of deal going on, where I can auction off houses, because, you know, I did volunteer to do this project, and, you know, if Jay said he didn't want to do it, and I don't think White wanted to do it either. I don't remember what White said about this, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. So I plan on doing this all myself, and it'll just be a nice little way to bring in some diamonds, because I do not have anything that does that. And without a fortune pickaxe today, as in like 10 minutes ago, I was really struggling in that area. So I'm sort of been rambling on quite a bit here. I'm going to check my recording time, and I'll be back with you when I figured out something to do today. Alright guys, so we have a few minutes remaining in the episode, so I decided we're going to work on the house a little bit today, just because a little bit of building is good, and I decided we'd do a little bit on camera, so I went ahead, gathered some wool just for what we needed. I don't need the lime wool, I just got it because it was there. But I'm sorry if I bored you about my school talk earlier. I know a lot of people who I watch, multiple people on Afterlife actually have talked over school and everything about it. So I know it's not the most interesting thing in the world. I mean, come on, it's school after all. And there are some classes that you will dread no matter what. Even if you had a great class and had all your friends in there, it's still not going to be as good as some other ones, you know? It's just life and how things go. But I hope you guys were interested with what I did have to talk about. It's just a little bit difficult for me to go from episodes where I'm talking for 2 minutes about builds and stuff to episodes like this where I'm talking a lot about very different things, you know. It's I really did how am I gonna do this? I was hoping for, and I didn't bring, oh, this is gonna be interesting. If we click that, then it's going to turn them all, which is not what I wanted at all. Let's just plant some carpet down. Probably not right there. We don't have excellent places for torches yet. But that's really something that I plan on just sort of spending quite some part of the season working on, is going back on my builds and figuring out hitting lighting and all sorts of stuff like that. Because I feel like that's something I'm really just not executing well. I thought those were the same paintings at first. I'm just really not executing stuff like that well, and I don't know why that is. It's just some things. I guess I slack a little bit, no matter what Minecraft world I play on, but it's okay, because at some point I'd like to think that everything I'm doing on here is up to my standards, and I do not like that. Maybe if I turn these inwards, so I don't have an axe, but I really don't feel like getting one. Plus, with the amount of time we have left in today's episode, which I'm going to keep another one short because I do have that homework I was talking about to get to, so that would be important for me to do, wouldn't it? And what if just for a little bit of some sort of like structure to the bed. Well, that kind of works. That's totally fine by me. And we'll come on in here. We'll get a little table right. Can we? I forgot. Can we? Yes, we can. Aw, sweet. That looks good. I like the layer of depth because of the flower and such. That works really, really well. And we do have another gray carpet, which we can put right there, maybe. Yeah. All right. So we'll put the chest down, and outside of that, I think we're good. That is a finished bedroom. As you can see, we can sleep. So I think that's all it really needs. I know it's not perfect, and I did not spend much time on it, guys, but I just needed to get something done today, and I decided a bedroom like this would work well. So I'll see you guys next episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. You know, if you're new, which I have gained a little bit of a small following, as in people that are actually consistently liking what I'm putting out. So there are some hidden people out there that I'm sure who don't comment a lot, but still watch and enjoy what I'm doing. So if you're one of those people, you know, just let me know who you are, because you probably deserve as much thanks as everybody who comments constantly on all my videos. Because I do have some people, you know, like White and a few other people who really do comment on every video I put out, and it's just nice to see that someone's engaged like that. You know, even if White's a friend, and even if I play on the same server as him, just knowing that somebody is able to sit through an entire video of mine and not be bored and have to click off, it's just something that really puts me in a great mood. So thank you guys for everything that you do. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.